So to begin this meditation, you can take a seated position that's comfortable for you on the floor or in a chair, and allow your body to simply settle into a relaxed alertness. The first commitment of meditation is to be still. So, in order to prepare the body for that stillness, feel free to take a few moments to pause this meditation and do a little stretching to get your body relaxed. You really don't want your body to be squiggling around, moving around. We are simply sitting in stillness. We are accessing the inner world. We are allowing the body to commit to being completely still. Throughout any given day, our consciousness is usually centered in the head, in the mind. In this moment, imagine shifting your awareness, the center of gravity, to your belly. Feel the breath, the inhale and the exhale as it flows through the belly area. We are offering ourselves a gift in this moment to step away from our roles, to step away from the external world and pay full attention to the inner world. We use our breath as an anchor. Allow the inhale and the exhale to anchor you into your body. We are going to be exploring what it means to trust yourself. You are tuning in to your inner world, the inner sixth sense. You are sensing your intuitive powers. So what do I mean when I say trusting yourself? The personality structure can be so conditioned that it becomes a challenge to know, what is this self that you are trusting? As you are tuning in to the intuitive self, the inner sixth sense, there is a space of knowing the self, a self which is outside of conditioning, outside of even personality structure, which begins to form at your mother's knee and continues its formation through culture, social expectations, the norms of power structures. This voice tells you what should and shouldn't be. When you feel like you are conditioned by so many outside sources, it becomes hard to trust yourself. You become suspicious of even trusting your inner voice because you don't really know what to trust. You don't even know what you want or desire because it seems that those things have been handed down to you. So as we take this moment to be still, we are returning to trust in the spirit within you. It's not the ego. It's not the parental voice. It's not the school's requirements. It's not even your personality. There's something that comes from stillness. So, how do you access your intuition? Access it in your body. If you're not connected with your intuition, you'll have some kind of contraction in your body. There will be some kind of tension that shows up in your words or in your heart. If something feels not right. It's almost as if we are identifying with a past version of self, or we are identifying with a mask that we have put on. When you are tuned in to your intuition, that conditioned version of self just no longer resonates, no longer seems real. You recognize the illusion for what it is, and you step into the authentic being. What does it feel like to give your attention to your inner world, to the intuition within? You are making an agreement to look inside of yourself for your guiding system. You are tuning in to the inner compass for direction. It can create some discomfort to look within. Some doubts may come up, like, who am I to trust this inner voice? Because we're actually trained and conditioned from a young age to mistrust ourselves. We're conditioned to follow the rules. We are placed into societal paradigms which tell us which way to go, what makes us worthy, what will make us successful, where we fit into the world. When you listen to your inner voice, the intuition, something wakes up within you. Your inner intuition is subtle, it's quiet, but it's not weak. The ego will say how and why something should be done, but intuition isn't like that. It just knows. The intuitive self is not a pushover. It has a backbone, and it stands its ground. Most people are taught to stand on the expectations of others. We don't even really know where those expectations came from, whether they are healthy, useful. We just have received them. And now, in this moment, we are taking deeper inquiry to explore whether those things are really what you desire, what your heart desires, what life itself requires from you. Sometimes it can look like letting go of your parents' expectations, your employer's expectations, even the subconscious expectations of yourself. You are no longer abdicating your authority to something outside of yourself. You are finding out what is trustworthy. To tune into your inner compass, there has to be a willingness to fail, because for so long our inner compass has been deactivated. And so it's a little bit like learning how to walk when you're a baby. You've just got to try it out. See what it's like. Take a step. And perhaps you may fall. But then you get back up, and then you take 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, and then there's balance. Ah, I'm doing it. I'm learning. I'm activating intuition. Take a breath right now. As you inhale, feel a sense of the new agreements flooding your body, which activate your highest and purest potentiality to be your authentic self. As you exhale, exhale the old agreements, the old expectations that have kept you stuck for too long in someone else's path, that have kept you in some old story that no longer serves you. It's completely okay to feel like the inner voice is a mystery. The inner voice is so out of tune that nothing is coming through right now. That's really okay. But whatever it is, know that it is here with you right now. It is trustworthy, and it seeks to present itself. Intuition, the inner voice, the spiritual instinct, the inner sixth sense. You can trust that it is here. It hasn't left you. It can speak through your body. It can speak through the vibrations of your heart. We often set goals to please other people and lose sight of being happy with ourselves. When you're not paying attention to the inner voice, you know it because just something feels off. But when you are listening to the intuitive self, you are more in a flow. When you are in the flow of intuition, you shift from life happening to you to life happening through you. You become the channel of life. You become aligned with the truth of your being. Trusting yourself may throw you into a space where everything old empties itself. Everything you thought you knew and loved or needed may actually be no longer useful. So it could feel a bit unstable. But the question one is to inquire is it worth it? So what will you choose today? What voice will you listen to? This type of liberation is hard won, but it is worth it. It is absolutely worth living a life where you are honoring your true self. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. And may all beings be free.